Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Mets versus Padres, Game 1 of the National League Wildcard on Friday, October 7th, 2022. Here on YouTube, I do tons of free pick videos, so be sure to subscribe to our channel. We do free picks every day, sportschatplace.com, pickdawgz.com, right here on YouTube, as well as across social media and our live shows. And when you give out that many free picks, you're bound to like some games more than others. To find out which games those are, as well as to get best bets from some of the top handicappers in the world today, head on over to our website, pickdawgz.com. Click on the Premium Picks tab, and while you're there, be sure to use the discount code 15OFF. You'll get 15% off all of your purchases at sportschatplace.com and pickdawgz.com. But let's get to this one. We've got the Mets taking on the Padres. It's Max Scherzer on the mound for the Mets, and it is Yu Darvish on the mound for the Padres. And while Scherzer gets the start here in Game 1, it's kind of a toss-up if he is the number one in the Mets rotation or if it is Jacob deGrom. Personally, I think at this point, deGrom is better, but at this point, Scherzer makes way more money. So I guess maybe that's why he gets the start here. Not really sure, but what we've seen from at this point in Scherzer's career, if you're going to get him, you got to get him early because that's when he normally is giving it up. But it's like most great pitchers, which Scherzer is a great pitcher. He's not good. He's not whatever. He's a Hall of Famer, right? It's just a matter of when he decides he wants to go in. You got to get these guys early because once they get into the flow, once they start feeling it, especially in these big games, they are extremely tough to hit. Meanwhile, Yu Darvish, this is a guy that has had an up and down career. Of course, those years in Texas, he was absolutely lights out. Then, with the Dodgers, and then we saw him with the Cubs. Kind of some up and down times, and even here in San Diego, he's had some up and down times, but lately he's been very, very strong enough to get the Game 1 start in this one. Comes into this one 16-8 with a 3.10 ERA. Scherzer 11-5 with a 2.29 ERA. These are playoff teams, big money teams, and, these are big money players and big money pitchers, and these are the numbers that we expect to see. And in these lineups, once again, big money players, big money teams, big market teams, and that is what baseball really has become these days, is about the big market team versus the big market team. We see a few teams come in here and there, but it's mostly these New York, California type teams that make it into the postseason. Texas, the big TV market. So anyways, when we look at this game and we look at the way these teams are coming in, the Mets kind of a little bit disappointed with something to prove though now because they let that National League East let it get away from them. As for the Padres, they trailed the Dodgers all season, but they kind of showed some guts down the stretch as the National League wildcard race was really tight, and they actually fought their way to stay in the thing and really to get into this positioning in the wildcard race. So the Mets kind of regressing a little bit, losing that lead in the East, and then the Padres kind of playing better baseball to hang in there where they are in the wild card. And even though the Mets finished with a much better record here, I think a lot of that was in the front end of the season. Well, what we've seen historically is when these two teams play each other as well, it's been all Padres. But the other side of this thing is that runs extremely tough to come by. The under 5-2 in the last 7 meetings of these two teams. The wind expected to be blowing in from left to right. I like the under in this one, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks today, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. Our betting tools are 100% free in the way they work. They show you just how often all the bets on the board today actually hit. Then they show you today's odds, and from there, you can assess the risk-reward, putting yourself on the bets that come in the most and pay the most. And that's how you make money betting on sports.